Hey, good morning, everybody. Here with another morning live video show. Of course, yesterday's home that we toured has been getting a lot of activity. Everybody likes a $2.7 million home on the water to look at. So home tour was a little rough. Technology and last minute replacement of our topic yesterday. So hopefully we can catch up with Sarah from Pick Studios here in another week or two. But today I got Hunter here. He's the operation manager over at Lake Movers. And tell us about your business, Hunter. Like, how long you guys been in business? How are things going?
Yeah, I appreciate you stopping by, Kevin.
Yeah.
So we've been here for the past 3 years. We're a 5-star professional moving company located here in Post Falls. We also actually have an office in Spokane as well, Spokane Moving Systems. And our owner just went down to St. George, Utah, and opened up our third office. So obviously, just like everybody else, I feel like we've definitely been hit with COVID and the effects of that, especially with the housing market. Kevin can attest to that. But we've been. I think it's ever since the restrictions have lightened up, things have started going well, and business has really spiked, and we're starting to get back in there. So. That's kind of a little bit.
Good to know. Good to know. Now, when we had our stay-at-home orders, like what were there, jobs that you could still do, or were you guys pretty much, shut down for that period of time that we were on lockdown? And how did that work for you guys?
Yeah, so actually it was pretty interesting. Our owner reached out to Hilton Hotels, and what we tried to do for a lot of our customers who were still wanting to make their moves happen was we set them up in a hotel, and we would do the move completely without them there, no contact. We would completely move their home, wrap all their items just like normal, and then whenever we moved them into their new home, while they're still at the hotel, we would just wipe down any of the items, not necessarily like all the padding and stuff, but all the door handles and stuff like that. We'd wear gloves, obviously. If we were moving customers, which we did during the stay-at-home order, we moved them. We'd have masks on, and just make sure our customers were aware that we were wearing gloves and masks, and that they were okay with that. So nice. That's kind of how we operated under those circumstances.
Right. Well, that's a lot of the same stuff we had to do. I mean, if we were out showing homes, obviously we had to limit the numbers and wipe stuff down, wear gloves, masks, all that stuff. So so I think it's kind of life for most of us if we had to interact with people, right? So that's cool that you guys were able to set up a kind of a staging area for them to kind of hang out or be at while the move was going in place. So that's cool that your owner set that up. Now,
absolutely.
St. George, Utah. I'm a little familiar with that. Been through there. I know it's a huge ATV community there. Is your owner an ATV guy?
No, he's a boat guy, man.
Guy?
He brought his pontoon down there. And I think they've hit the lake a couple of times. I've never been there myself, but I hear the scenery is pretty crazy.
Well, if he's a boat guy, this is a horrible place to live. But I got invited to go out on a boat this evening, but I got other plans. But we live in an amazing place, and I'm sure that's good for your guys' business because everybody wants to move here. It's kind of good for my business too. And so. Where do you see a trend? Like, are people coming from a certain part of the country more than others? I mean, because obviously you guys being moving guys and doing quotes, you're seeing where people are coming from. Yeah. Do you see a trend of where people are coming from mostly?
Absolutely. I mean, I think everybody's going to know the answer to this question. California. I mean, that's probably the state.
Begrudgingly so. That's for the locals, right? Yeah. Hey, what I always say is, I mean, number one, most of the ones that I've dealt with typically have the same ideals that we have here. Exactly. That's the reason why they're moving here. They're tired of the situations that are going on in their states, whether it be California, Oregon, or Washington. Everybody. I mean, we don't want to get into a political thing here, but I think everybody knows about that or what the deal is there. But as well as not only they have similar ideals, but I have to tell people. They're just making you more money.
Exactly.
They're the ones that are driving the prices up on the housing, So if you live here, it just, if you own a home,
Yeah.
your value is going up because of demand.
That's
you
right.
know, because they're coming here. So,
That's right.
so they just made you more money. So I guess the one way to look at it, you know, if you always got to look at the brighter side of things, is they're putting money in your pocket.
That's right.
You know, in one way. So.
Yeah.
So going forward for you guys, you know, obviously there's a big influx. I'm sure you guys are you know, kind of expanding and growing with the amount of business that's going to be coming here. What do you see differently, and where do you kind of see the business kind of going?
So I think the direction, the vision Ken has for this company is to be the first West Coast luxury home moving company. And that's not to say that that's all that we specialize in. I mean, we do specialize in that, but that's the only moves we do. We treat every home like a luxury home, but that's typically the market that he's trying to reach. And I think going to places like St. George, like here, these are places. Obviously, I think St. George is one of the fastest growing cities in the U.S. right now. Obviously, CDA is up there as well. So I think he's on the right path. And right after this, he's actually in the process. We're trying to either go to Phoenix or Las Vegas. So he's trying to hit.
Good idea.
Yeah, he's trying to hit either one of those markets. But yeah, that's kind of the direction we're wanting to get, is basically as big as we can. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and you know, kudos to him. I mean, you know, Phoenix, Las Vegas. I mean, that's very you know, kind of nomadic cities, if you will.
Yeah.
A lot of people moving in, a lot of people moving out. Obviously, a moving company. Good plan.
Absolutely.
And good business plan as well. Kind of hitting the higher end market. You know, I mean, you know, do a higher level of service. And people are willing to pay for it, pay for the reputation and stuff, and that's a good plan, because when you start getting down to just when it's all about the price, you know, then you start doing stuff, you know, for pennies on the dollar.
That's right.
And so, you know, get a 5-star business, you know, and provide a great service. People are willing to do that, and especially the people that have a much larger home, you know.
Absolutely. I think that's something that we can attest to. Just like I said, we treat every home like a luxury home, and so if any of you folks are just curious, if you check out our reviews online, like Kevin just said, pretty much all of them are 5-star reviews. And we try and do our best by the customer as well. Whatever we can do, we're doing a move just actually today for a customer, and she's moving out to Seattle, and she wanted to stay in her house and not have to get a hotel room. And so we actually allowed her to do that. We're moving all of her stuff out, and then the morning of her move, when we move her to Seattle, we're going back to her home, disassembling her bed and putting them back into the truck so she can stay at home. So
nice.
So
catering to their needs.
That's right.
That's
we
awesome.
try to do our best we can.
Awesome. Well, hey, look forward to doing business with you. Got in contact with these guys. I had a client that's down in Vancouver, Washington. Picked up a great home up in Bayview, Idaho. Gorgeous views of Ponderay Lake up there. So I think these guys will help him out getting moved up there. So if anybody's looking to get moved and needs extra help, you know, get a hold of Coeur d'Alene Lake Movers. And hope you guys have a great Friday, great weekend. I think it's going to be like 80 degrees today. So get out there, enjoy the sun, get your dose of vitamin D. Have a great Friday, everybody. Thank you.
Take care.